Ah, the mermaid. A symbol of mystery, beauty, and the untamable spirit of the ocean. For generations she has captured our imaginations, inspiring countless stories, songs, and works of art. Her image is instantly recognizable, yet her true nature remains elusive, always just out of reach. She bridges two worlds, our sunlit land and the dark, secretive sea. The mermaid is both a part of our world and forever apart from it, a living paradox who embodies longing and freedom. For centuries, sailors have whispered tales of beautiful women with shimmering tails, their voices promising either salvation or doom. These stories were passed from one generation to the next, growing with each retelling, fueling both hope and fear on the open sea. The mermaid's duality, gentle soul or dangerous temptress, mirrors the sea itself, serene one moment, destructive the next. She is a reflection of the ocean's unpredictable moods, embodying both its beauty and its peril. But where did this enchanting creature come from? What ancient fears and dreams gave rise to her legend? The roots of the Western mermaid are deeply entangled with the myths of ancient Greece. Here, stories of gods, monsters, and magical beings flourished along the rugged coastline. The Greeks saw the sea as a place of gods and monsters, a realm of immense power and unpredictable moods. It was a world where anything could happen, and where the line between reality and myth was always blurred. To understand the mermaid, we must cast our nets into these ancient waters, searching for the origins of her story among the waves and the legends that have drifted through time. The journey from the bird-like sirens of Homer to the graceful, fish-tailed beauties of modern folklore is a story of transformation and cultural shifts. Over centuries, the mermaid's image has changed, shaped by the hopes and fears of each new era. Let's dive deep into the myths and discover how the mermaid evolved into the icon we know today. Her story is one of adaptation, survival, and endless fascination. Prepare to explore a world where truth is often stranger and more wonderful than fiction. The mermaid's tale is far from over, and her allure continues to enchant us all. The mermaid we know today is a fascinating blend of many ancient myths and legends, but the Greeks themselves didn't have a mermaid exactly as we imagine her now. Their stories were filled with mysterious sea creatures, but none quite matched the image of the half-woman, half-fish that we picture today. Instead, Greek mythology teemed with all sorts of hybrid beings, creatures like the Minotaur and Centaur, who were part human and part animal. But when it came to the sea, the most famous hybrids were the sirens, whose stories were both enchanting and terrifying. Sirens were infamous for luring sailors to their doom with their irresistible songs. Interestingly, they were originally depicted as bird women with wings and talons, not as fish-tailed maidens. Their haunting melodies and dangerous allure made them unforgettable figures in Greek myth. Over time, the deadly song of the sirens began to merge with the aquatic beauty of the Nereids, 50 graceful sea nymphs, daughters of the sea god Nereus. Unlike the sirens, the Nereids were gentle and kind, often helping sailors and calming storms. The Nereids, such as Thetis and Amphitrite, were seen as protectors of sailors and personifications of the ocean's bounty. Their stories added a sense of beauty, mystery, and benevolence to the sea. The modern mermaid is really a mythological cocktail. She has the siren's enchanting voice, the Nereid's beauty and kindness, and of course, the iconic shimmering fishtail that sets her apart. This magical fusion didn't happen overnight. It was a gradual process, as stories blurred, cultures mixed, and artists reimagined old myths for new generations. The Greeks provided the essential ingredients, but it was later generations, through centuries of storytelling and imagination, that created the mermaid we recognize today. Our fascination with mermaids is the result of centuries of myth-making, artistic inspiration, and cultural evolution, a testament to the enduring power of storytelling and the mysteries of the sea. The sirens of Greek myth were not the friendly mermaids of fairy tales. They were deadly predators living on rocky islands surrounded by the bones of their victims. Their power lay in their irresistible voices, luring sailors to destruction. Early depictions showed them as bird women, not fish-tailed beauties. Their origin, a divine punishment, once handmaidens of Persephone, transformed and cursed after failing to save her. Their song, once beautiful, became a weapon of destruction. The sirens symbolized fatal temptation, the allure of knowledge or beauty that leads to ruin. Forget the fishtail. Imagine bird women perched on rocks, singing sailors to their doom. The sirens were ancient, strange, and infinitely more dangerous than any modern mermaid. The most famous siren story is Odysseus's encounter in Homer's Odyssey. Warned of their deadly song, Odysseus plugged his crew's ears with wax and had himself tied to the mast, desperate to hear their song but unable to act on it. The sirens promised secret knowledge and glory, but only his cleverness saved him. Jason and the Argonauts faced the sirens too, but Orpheus's music drowned out their song, saving the crew. Yet one Argonaut, Butes, leapt overboard, enchanted, only to be rescued by Aphrodite. Defeated by Orpheus, the sirens threw themselves into the sea, ending their reign. These stories show the sirens as obstacles to be outwitted, not romantic figures. Their song was a test, a deadly distraction for heroes. The sirens' legacy is one of danger, not desire. Their myth endures as a warning about the perils of temptation. If sirens were monsters, the Nereids were the sea's angels, 50 goddesses embodying its grace and bounty. Daughters of Nereus and Doris, they roamed the Mediterranean, often depicted with dolphins and friendly sea creatures. The Nereids protected sailors, calmed storms, and were part of Poseidon's divine court. Thetis, mother of Achilles, and Galatea, beloved by a Cyclops, are among the most famous. The Oceanids, their cousins, ruled over fresh water, rivers, lakes, and springs. Together, these nymphs formed a vast family of water deities, ensuring every drop had a guardian. The Nereids' beauty and benevolence shaped the gentler side of the mermaid myth. They remind us that the sea, while dangerous, could also be a source of life and protection. The siren's transformation from birdwoman to mermaid is a fascinating story of mythological evolution, reflecting the changing beliefs and imaginations of different cultures over time. For centuries, ancient Greek art depicted sirens as mysterious birdwomen, their power rooted in their enchanting song rather than their physical form. These winged creatures were both feared and revered, believed to lure sailors to their doom with haunting melodies. As Greek myths traveled across continents and mingled with European folklore, the siren's image began to shift and adapt, absorbing new meanings and characteristics from each culture it touched. To later storytellers, a sea monster with a fishtail seemed more fitting for tales of the open ocean than a bird woman. The idea of a creature lurking beneath the waves, waiting to ensnare the unwary, captured the imagination of seafaring peoples. By the Middle Ages, bestiaries and illuminated manuscripts began to show sirens as mermaids, beautiful, aquatic beings with long flowing hair, combing their locks and gazing into mirrors, yet still deadly to those who crossed their path. The church seized upon this new image, using the mermaid siren as a vivid warning about temptation, sin, and the dangers of feminine allure, reinforcing moral lessons through art and story. The mermaid siren inherited the deadly voice, the aquatic home, and the stunning otherworldly beauty of her predecessors, becoming a symbol of both enchantment and peril beneath the waves. Northern European legends added the now iconic fishtail, making the mermaid instantly recognizable and further cementing her place in maritime folklore. This blend of traits created a powerful, enduring figure, at once alluring and treacherous, embodying the ultimate personification of the sea's dual nature, both beautiful and deadly, calm and stormy. The myth continued to adapt and survive, evolving through centuries of storytelling, art, and imagination, ultimately giving us the mermaid we recognize today. She is both dream and danger, a timeless figure shaped by centuries of myth, legend, and the ever-changing tides of human storytelling. Ancient Greek sea creatures and modern mermaids are worlds apart. Today's mermaid, popularized by Disney, is curious, kind, and dreams of love and adventure. Her struggles are human: romance, family, and self-discovery. Greek myths, by contrast, were cautionary tales. Sirens were monsters, not misunderstood heroines. Nereids were powerful, remote goddesses. The Greek sea was a place of beauty and terror, ruled by unpredictable gods and home to both nymphs and monsters. Modern mermaid tales offer escapism and fantasy. Greek myths explained nature's dangers and the human condition. The siren's song warned of fatal temptation. The Nereid's beauty reminded mortals of divine power. The ancient stories had real consequences: life, death, and the unknown. The mermaid's journey from myth to fairy tale reflects our changing relationship with the sea. For the Greeks, the sea was life, trade, and danger, a vast, unpredictable force. Without modern navigation, every voyage was a leap into the unknown. The sea's power inspired awe and fear, so the Greeks filled it with gods and monsters to explain its moods. Storms were Poseidon's wrath. Whirlpools were monsters like Charybdis. Myths gave meaning to the inexplicable and helped sailors cope with real dangers. Hallucinations, strange animal sightings, and mysterious sounds all fed the imagination. The sea marked the boundary between the known and the unknown, a liminal space where myths thrived. Sea creatures became guardians of this boundary, warning of the risks beyond the familiar shore. Belief in these beings was a natural response to the ocean's majesty and terror. The myths were born from the Greeks' need to understand and respect the sea. Our journey ends with the realization that the modern mermaid is a creature of mixed heritage. Her roots are Greek, the siren's deadly song, the Nereid's beauty, but her form evolved through centuries of storytelling. Myths are living things, adapting as they pass from culture to culture. The siren's wings became a fish's tail, creating the mermaid we know. Today the mermaid reflects our dreams more than our fears, but her duality endures. She is both the ocean's beauty and its danger, echoing her ancient origins. Every mermaid story carries a faint echo of the Sirens and Nereids. The tale may have changed, but the tale lives on.